Chapter 6 of Angel Food Time Little Talks to Little Folks by Reverend Gerald T. Brennan. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Maria Therese. Chapter 6 Eggs. Easter Sunday, the day Jesus rose from the dead, is also known as Egg Day. That's the day when boys and girls search the house for nests of eggs. And it is also the day when children eat many eggs. Well, last Easter I found a nest of colored eggs right on my dining room table. In the center of the nest sat a white Easter rabbit, and all around the rabbit lay colored eggs. One egg was green and another was pink. There was a brown egg, a yellow egg, and 2 purple eggs. Of course, I smiled when I saw the bunny and the eggs, and the rabbit seemed to smile right back at me. I watched the bunny and eggs in my Easter nest during several meals, and then I decided to eat one of the eggs. All of the eggs looked so bright and colorful that I didn't know which egg to choose. Finally, I decided to try the yellow egg. I broke the shell very carefully and ate the egg. Yes, children, that yellow egg was a very good egg. The next day I decided to have another egg. The green egg was a beautiful looking egg, and I decided to try that one. I removed the green shell very carefully and took one bite of the egg. Ugh! The egg was bad. I couldn't eat that green egg and had to throw it away. Then and there I thought that a beautiful shell certainly doesn't make a good egg. When you break the shell of an egg, you never know what you will find inside. You may find a good egg inside, and you may find a bad one. In other words, you can't tell an egg from the shell. Now it's the same way with boys and girls. I can't tell whether you are good or bad just by looking at you. It's what is inside of you that counts. It's your soul. Isn't it true that very often you hear some of your friends called good eggs and bad eggs? When people talk like that, they mean that their souls are either good or bad. When a boy treats you to half of his candy bar, you know that the boy is kind and has a good soul, and you say that he is a good egg. The boy who obeys is a good egg. The friend who takes you fishing is a good egg. The mailman, the policeman, the fireman, the nurse in school, they are always doing good, and they are all good eggs. Why, you know any number of good eggs, and you know many bad eggs, too. The fellow who steals your bike is a bad egg. The girl who tells lies about you is a bad egg. Whoever ties your clothes in knots while you are swimming is a bad egg. In other words, people who do right and act right and have good souls are good eggs. People who do wrong are bad eggs. You are either a good egg or a bad one. It all depends on your soul. If your soul is clean, if you always try to obey God's laws, if you say your prayers and receive Holy Communion often, if you go to Mass every Sunday, then you are a good egg. On the other hand, if your soul is dirty with sin, if you break God's laws, if you lie, steal, or cheat, if you disobey, if you keep away from God, then you are a bad egg. Oh, you may wear fine clothes, but don't forget that your looks don't count very much. It's what is inside of you that matters. Your soul is the thing that makes you either a good egg or a bad egg. Can a bad egg become a good egg? Certainly. You have heard about Mary Magdalene many times. People said that Mary was a bad egg because she lived in sin. Then one day Mary went to Jesus and told him that she was sorry for her sins. Did Jesus turn Mary away? He did not. Jesus forgave Mary because she was sorry, and Mary Magdalene turned from a bad egg into a good egg. Mary Magdalene became a saint. When Jesus hung on the cross, a thief hung on a cross next to him. The thief knew he was a bad egg, and he begged Jesus to forgive him his sins. Did Jesus listen to the thief? Certainly he did. Jesus forgave the dying thief, and the thief died without sins. The thief died a good egg. Oh, I could tell you about many others who were bad eggs for a time. But Jesus forgave those sinners when they were sorry. Jesus turned bad eggs into good eggs. Jesus taught that all bad eggs can become good eggs. Now you may think that you are a bad egg this morning because you have sins on your soul. You may feel that you have so many sins that Jesus won't forgive you. If you feel that way, you are wrong. No matter how many sins you have, they can all be forgiven. All that you have to do is go to Jesus and tell him that you are sorry. Jesus will forgive you because he wants your soul to be clean. Jesus wants you to be a good egg. Then, too, you may know some boy or girl who has been away from Jesus for a long time. You may know someone who is really a bad egg. Why don't you speak to that person and tell him that Jesus will forgive him? In this way you can help some bad egg to become a good egg. Children, the most important part of you is your soul. Your soul is more important than your body. So take good care of your soul. Keep your soul clean. Remember, the colored shell doesn't make a good Easter egg, and fine clothes don't make you a good boy or a good girl. It's your soul that is important. It's what is inside that counts. God bless you, and take good care of yourself. End of chapter 6.